Welcome back to Robin News. Today, we are looking at a massive political earthquake. Omoyele Sowore has just pulled the gloves off, and his target is Peter Obi. He's calling him names we've never heard before and questioning his entire legacy. Is Sowore right, or is this just political beef? First up, Sowore is attacking Peter Obi's inner cycle. He's asking a very loud question. How can you claim to be a new Nigeria alternative while associating with the same people who broke the old Nigeria? Sowore didn't hold back. He literally labeled Obi the treasurer of thieves. He argues that if you dine with the corrupt, your reform claims are completely invalid. Then, Sowore took it back to the home front. He's challenging Obi's 8-year record as governor of Anambra State. His question is simple. If you have the magic touch for Nigeria, why didn't we see Anambra Dubai between 2006 and 2014? He's demanding accountability for those years before we talk about 2027. But Sowore didn't stop at critiques. He brought his own resume to the table. He reminded everyone of his fight against Obasanjo's third-term bid and his work for democracy since 1999. His message to the youth is clear. Don't wait for the judiciary. He's urging citizens to be willing to stand for their mandate and protest actively, rather than hoping a court case will change the country. Finally, Sowore gave a brutal analysis of why the #EndSARS protests failed. He's blaming a lack of courageous leadership. He claims that while the youth were on the streets, certain influential figures were working behind the scenes to stop a real revolution from happening. So, Robin News family, what do you think? Is Sowore being the voice of truth here, or is he being too harsh on the Labour Party leader? Drop a Team Sowore or Team Obi in the comments right now. I want to see your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to Robin News for the sharpest updates in Nigeria.
You have Peter Obi in your midst. I saw him here. Ask him, when you were governor for 8 years, why didn't you build Anambra like Dubai? So that all of us can go and be spending weekends there. I would love to be in Anambra. I just came from Aba 3 days ago to protest. You have always brought Peter Obi up. The way to know Peter Obi is where he is today. Tell me your friends, I will tell you who you are. It's as simple as that. If you have to exist, and the only people you can exist with in the political system are thieves, that you identify to us as big thieves in 2022, and you are now the treasurer of the thieves, don't tell me that you don't like thieves. If you are the treasurer of killers, don't tell me that you don't like killing people. But as I've always challenged most of you, why don't you for one day just sit Peter? You have Peter Obi in your midst. I saw him here. Ask him, when you were governor for 8 years, why didn't you build Anambra like Dubai? So that all of us can go and be spending weekends there. I would love to be in Anambra. I just came from Aba 3 days ago to protest. Some guy there, my hypothesis. But my hypothesis about the ADC is that just look at the roll call. David Mark, who has just been removed as the leader of the APC and replaced with Tinubu's person. David Mark was the governor of Niger State when I was in secondary school, 1983 and 84 or so, under Buhari, when they were doing environmental sanitation. That Lagos just now reintroduced. That's why you know that people have no sense in government. What I'm telling you is that you can't just tell yourself the truth. Do you want to keep recycling failure, or do you want to get rid of failure from your system and it might take a little longer, but we can put a system in place that makes this country compete with any country, if not in the USA or Europe, at least South Africa. At least South Africa.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Where else, please? Five. Now, talking about results, I was the one who protested for the woman who just got 110 million naira from a minister. That's the result. I protested last year on behalf of policemen. 74,000 of them got promoted. That's results. I protested against an IG of police who was removed. It has never happened before that an individual ever protested an IG of police and he was removed. But most importantly, when I was in my SUG days, I was one of the people that protested for the democracy you are enjoying today. That's results. 1999, we fought from 1989 when I arrived at university. By 1999, 10 years later, democracy came to Nigeria. Am I proud of the democracy? No. But did we end military rule, which was the goal of our protest? Yes. Have you heard about third term, Obasanjo's third term? I protested against third term. That's why he had 2 terms. Have you heard about Yaradua, who was holding Jonathan to ransom? I protested to get him out of the way so that Jonathan, a southerner from Ijaw nation, can become president of this nation for the first time. That's result. I've done so many protests that have brought results. And what I want to enjoy you to do, if my protest is not satisfactory to you, start your own. Yes. That's the best. Yes. So, and one last thing I will say is that please do not insult content creation. Those content creators, some of them are genius people. They are not, they just don't wake up and create content that make you laugh. In a country where things are hard, it's difficult to make people laugh. So content creation is actually creativity that is driven by a genius in the human brain. I'm just saying that. But again, thank you. And I respect your right to state what you have stated, and I hope I was able to answer your questions. Thank you. A man known as Abiola in this country, billionaire, defeated his opponents, but his billions could not save him. It was myself and some young people in the SUG days that helped. You see, the problem with the defense of the votes last time was that, and I'll give it to every one of you who were involved in that, you were ready to give your life, but your leaders were not willing to do anything. And without leadership, you cannot achieve victory of that dimension. Not a single hand was raised. I even volunteered, and I'm saying this, you can ask Dele Farutimi, that if the person who claimed to win that vote is willing to lead the protest, I will go out and be part of it. But I'm not going to lead your protest for you so that you can mock me by going to a meeting with the people who are taking the mantle from you. And talking about Abiola again, the only reason why we followed Abiola was because Abiola was willing to die for his mandate, and he did die for his mandate. Anybody who is not willing to die for his mandate is not worth voting for in any election, even if it is class captain. Because there's nowhere in the world that power is given to people on the platter of gold. You have to, you ask for it, you fight for it, you either live or die for it. That's the nature of power. And the people you are dealing with were ready to kill for it. True. They had MC Oluomo, who was killing for it. Now they have brought out Sunday Igboho, who is going to be willing to kill for it. So you must have people on your own side too who are willing to die for it. And then it will be 0-0, as they say, go let's draw.
Okay, sir, from your speech,
yes.
So you admit that Peter Obi won the election, but he didn't fight for it. Is that what
if you can't fight for something, how can you declare you want something that you can't fight for? That was the problem. He didn't stand up to even tell anybody that he won. There's nowhere today, apart from asking you guys to look at the judiciary. I'm just coming from the judiciary. You can look at the judiciary all you want. The best thing that can happen to your eyes is they will catch Apollo. That's all. But if the judiciary knows that there's war outside, they will rule according to the wish of the people.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, TDK.
And listen to me properly. You are going to die anyways. Yes. So you better choose something to die for that will make you even proud when you are dying, that I chose to die for something. It's a matter of time, and I mean time, if things keep going the way it is, that you start dying for nothing. When you talk about protests, if a protest is unsuccessful, it is because there are not enough people who are participating in the protest. If a protest wants to be successful, just let everybody leave whatever they are doing. Go out. A protest done by everybody on the same day is called a revolution. But if you are still in doubt that whether somebody will carry on after you die or not, you are not ready. All these things you call protests are not protests. Some of the protests we are even talking about are organized by our enemies to make us feel that they have opposition. But the kind of protest we need is a protest of everybody. Look at the number of people in this country, in this room, who are listening to beautiful speech. If you step out of the streets just to walk to the next bus stop, the country will start shaking. There are not less than 200 people in this room. But if we call for a protest now, half of you will be preaching to half, not to go out. And you are wondering why protests don't succeed. We must all agree that to get and take back our country, we must be willing to put our boots on the ground. And when that happens, there is nobody, and I can tell you categorically because I've been in small and big protests before, that nobody will wait and want to know what 100,000 people are going to do if they are all marching in Abuja. You all saw it. At least you have tasted protest through NSAS.